So we shouldn't assume that an advanced civilization is necessarily a good civilization,
right?
Or a good thing,
right.
Or even in any way good for humanity.
Right.
That is not the case. But that comes down to philosophical issues like actually what are we here for? Is there any purpose to human life?
Yeah.
What actually is its function? I mean, the model that we're operating with now in advanced technological Western societies would seem to be that human life is utterly meaningless. It's a simple accident of biology and chemistry, and that our only purpose is to produce material goods and consume material goods produced by others.
By destroying the natural world.
And it regards the natural world as a dead entity, to be exploited by human beings. And that is and there's an aspect of science that comes into this as well, which is materialist reductionist science, which is a very dominant voice in science today, that everything can be reduced to matter, and that there is nothing else to reality than that. Another proposition from many ancient traditions that we are spirits incarnated in a human form. That we enter this university of duality in order to learn and grow and develop. That possibility is not considered at all by our society, but there's no reason to rule it out. It could possibly be that. And if that were the goal, if that were the game we're really playing, that we're here to learn and grow and develop, then civilization isn't serving us well at all.
Yeah.
It's devolving all responsibilities onto large corporations, large states, large bureaucracies, and leaving the individual in a place where there's very little responsibility at all. So I don't necessarily think that
so that's my one point of disagreement with you, and you don't disagree. All right.
But there's something else to say, which is that if you look at the ancient mythology on this, it's actually rather interesting, because the paramount story of a lost civilization is Plato's story of Atlantis.
Right.
And Plato tells us in the Timaeus and the Critias quite a bit about Atlantis as a civilization, that it was certainly advanced, that it had metallurgy, that it had all kinds of incredible stone workmanship, that it was a navigating, seagoing civilization that could extend its power around the world, that it was initially dedicated to the nurture and the growth of spirit, but that over time it became corrupt, it became wicked, it became unkind, and interestingly, there's a very specific phrase that it ceased to wear its prosperity with moderation.
Yeah.
And Plato depicts that ultimately as the reason why Atlantis is slapped down by the universe, that it got so out of harmony with the universe. Hubris indeed.